To paint a basic leaf, start by dragging your brush along your paper using very little pressure, and then press down gradually until you get the thickness you want, and then use little pressure again, bringing your brush back up. You may want to start out with really long leaves just to get used to controlling your brush this way, but you'll get the hang of it really fast. Here I'm showing that same technique, but instead of one stroke to paint my leaf, I'm using 2 strokes, leaving a little bit of open space between the 2 strokes so that you can see the paper underneath. I always think adding just a little hint of detail like that looks really nice, and it adds a lot of interest without being too complicated. Instead of starting with the bottom of the leaf here, I'm starting at the top. So find whatever's easier for you and just run with it. Depending on which direction I'm painting my leaf, I'll either start at the top or bottom, but the concept is still the same. Another way to practice leaves is to connect them to one line, creating a sprig. To do this, start by painting a very thin line, just using a little bit of pressure with your brush. When you get toward the end of where you want your sprig to be, just press down with your brush to make your first leaf shape like you did with the single leaves. Keep adding single stroke leaves, starting at that main line. Make sure all of your leaves are generally pointing the same direction, or the leaves won't look very natural. Here I'm painting a sprig, but I'm using 2 strokes to paint my leaves instead of the 1. Here I'm using the 2-stroke leaf technique, and then while the leaf is still wet, I'm adding a little bit of extra paint just to darken things up and add a little texture. With this leaf, I'm adding a bit of texture to the sides. To create that textured edge, place your brush down just outside the edge and then pull your brush toward the bottom center of your leaf. It's okay to overlap where you've already painted. There are so many ways to paint leaves, so just take what I show you and put your own spin on it. Find what feels natural to you and run with it. The more you paint and practice, the more you'll find your own personal style.